the things they don't teach you in nail school. I think this is a really good episode for you. If you're considering nails as a career, we're going to talk about it right now on the Biz Talk. Trace, I think this episode could go down as the fastest episode in the history of all episodes, because the answer is one. Everything.
Done.
We're finished.
Your intro was longer than what the answer.
The intro is longer than everything. They don't teach you. It's everything. So I hope that helped, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk. We'll get into detail. I'm just kidding.
I think the most important thing is to say is, I realize, and I'm sure you do too, that there are some very special teachers out there.
Yes.
Who strive to teach their students.
And they do a great job.
Things. And they go above and beyond. Unfortunately, it's not common.
Yeah. And I think it's the way that, like, the requirements of the school to pass state board, right? So like state board is made up of a particular subject matter to get your license and pass.
Yep.
And so the school is going to direct focus to make sure that you get your license and pass.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's not even so much the blame of the school as it is more of like the requirements of the state. But I get it. This is hard because, like, I understand it's like sanitation and disinfection,
which is huge.
Like, yeah. Especially with COVID.
There's one thing they teach you. Sanitation.
Yes.
So
yes.
Not everything. They got one. Sorry. You're correct. Which should not be taken lightly. No.
Like, obviously, when we're saying they don't teach anything, we're talking about like nails, and everything that has to do with nails. What you are taught is obviously this is like safety and the health of the client and you, and making sure that everybody is safe. Huge, important, especially with COVID, right? Like,
oh yeah,
with all that coming down the pipeline.
The nail diseases, things like that, very important to learn. But past that, what the state board usually requires you to do at state board is what they're going to teach you, and then you're just not, especially if you're doing nails only. My school, the teacher was a hairdresser and cosmetology, and I'm not sure if it's changed, but back then you couldn't just have a nails license and teach at the school nails. So me, no matter how long I've been doing nails, I couldn't go to a nail school. It may have changed, but at the time I couldn't go to a nail school and say, hey, I want to teach your nail program.
No way.
I'm qualified. Nope, sorry. Are you a cosmetologist? No. Oh, you can't teach.
That is so backwards. Like, you want someone that is totally focused on nails to teach the nail program.
Nope. Cosmetologist. You had to be cosmetologist.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, that's backwards. And then, there's certain things. Okay. Wow. State board, you do odorless, and you have to do one sculpt, one tip. Okay, that's all we're going to teach you, and we're going to use odorless, even though you're not going to use it any other time in your life.
Right.
For the most part. And it's like the stupid little crooked finger, that you practice, or dowels that you connect a tip to.
Yeah.
And that's what you practice on. And they just want you to get your requirement in of whatever it was, 100 of these, did you do the 100? Yep. Didn't matter what it looked like.
Those little practice fingers, by the way, haunt me. Okay. No. Like, in all seriousness, I remember, like, back in the day, we used to put these school kits together, and we use those practice fingers. Then we'd sell them in bulk too. But it's such a very distinct, specific memory of, like, me dragging these boxes full of these freaking practice fingers, and, like, in the back of the warehouse. Those things haunt me, dude. They haunt
you.
Them.
They haunt me. Seriously. But no fills,
Yeah.
no electric files.
Right,
And you'd be
right.
like, ask the teacher, well, if I bring an electric file in, can you show me? Nope, can't do it. We
Right.
don't do that here. Fills, can't show you how to do fills. It's not. I used to go to schools in Reading and just, like once a month and do a little demo for them.
Right.
Get the students excited. That was my biggest goal. Like, I just want you guys to be excited about what you're getting ready to go into.
Totally.
And I asked the teacher, you don't show them fills? Or she's like, and she was very honest. She said, we are not required to do it, so I do not do it.
Right. Which is an awful attitude to have.
She was honest.
No.
Yeah.
I respect the honesty, but that's just a terrible attitude to have. So, let's just break this down real quick. So what you're taught in school is you're going to get sanitation, disinfection. We're talking about the majority of schools.
Yeah.
Of course, like Tracy said at the beginning, there are some that are going to go above and beyond, but most are going to teach you that. You're really not taught anything else, like actually how to do nails, using product that you're probably going to use in your regular life. You're not going to learn any business part at all, how to manage, how to market, how to promote, how to build a clientele, none of that. So the question for me, Tracy, is like, if you go to nail school and you learn sanitation, disinfection, which is, again, it is very important. Okay. So the school does its job.
Yeah.
And you learn that, you understand it, you pass your state board. How in the heck is somebody supposed to learn? So it's like, there's a huge gap I think it's important for us to talk about, which is you get your license, most people, and then technically you can start taking clients the next day and, according to the state, and start doing nails. But there is a massive gap that actually exists from when you get your license to actually doing nails successfully. How do you get there?
There is no magic fairy dust that comes, here's your license. It's all you're like, I know how to do nails. You still
got to learn that part.
It'd be like becoming a heart surgeon off that operation game.
That's such a great comparison.
Like, you're a doctor now. Go to perform heart surgery. Cool.
Yeah, go.
Does it have the buzzer on their nose?
So
So you have to get further or continued education.
Yeah.
And it's important to be doing it while you're in school. So take those times, because schools usually have 2 days off. If you can take some courses in between, watching YouTube videos at night, practicing on the weekends, practice. Until you don't want to do it anymore, it will put you ahead of the game.
Yeah. That process, right, of like finding your groove or develop that skill development part.
Yeah.
Number one, like the benefit, the huge advantage, I'll say, is that today there's so much education on YouTube. It's insane, right? So you've got that going for you, which is good.
Thank God.
But I will say, like, you also on the other hand, there's so much information out there. Sometimes it's hard to find the right information. So, I'm not going to pat ourselves on the back, but maybe a little bit, go to our YouTube channel, and you, like, we have over 1,000 videos. Like, you can live there for months and get such good knowledge. You know what I mean? And if you find some other sites that obviously have good info, I just don't know. I haven't gone through competitor sites. I don't know if they're teaching good stuff, but I know what we do. And to me, that beginning process is always like, you're just throwing stuff on the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to watch videos on prep. You're going to watch videos on like shaping, e-filing, and like art and upcharging. And it's going to be like, what in the hell? Don't get overwhelmed. Just like, you might use this video later or you might use it now, but just start learning. You know what I mean? Consume.
Well, and build yourself a library. I find this is very helpful. Is, if you find something useful, maybe you're not going to use it at that time, but copy the link, paste it in some kind of a Excel or Word with the title of why this is prep.
Yeah.
This is pricing. And then then in the future when you're like, oh man, what was that about doing prep? You can go to your prep section and find the videos easy.
It's really good. I think you can actually do that on YouTube. If you have a YouTube account, I think you can categorize.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
I know you can save them.
You can save them. And I think
save
you can
a lot of videos.
I think you can save it under a specific, because like when I save videos, I don't, I just put them all under like watch later. But I think you can actually categorize them
that's huge.
I'm pretty sure you can. I'll have to look that up and double check, but I'm pretty sure. But worst case, I think that's great. I mean, you can have an Excel sheet and then you can start to like categorize it that way. Yeah.
Create your library. I think that's a huge, but it's disappointing.
Yeah.
It's just disappointing when and you have to have motivation. You have to have a little fire behind you. And that's why, Habib, I think out of the 11 girls in my class, only two of us went on to do nails.
Really?
One didn't even go. She finished school, graduated school, didn't even go to the boards.
Really?
Yeah.
What did you ever talk to her or find out why?
I have no idea. She just didn't. She just didn't do it. And I'm just like, you went through even if you weren't going to do it, why not just go to the boards?
Just get your license. Yeah, so you have your license, right?
Yeah. So, you have to have a little fire behind you to go the extra mile that's going to take to learn to do nails. Yeah,
it's not easy. And this, unfortunately, the system, the way it's set up, oh my God, it makes it so much more difficult because it's like what Tracy was saying, the game operation and doing heart surgery. Let's say I wanted to get into a trade. Mm-hmm. Let's say like I've always been fascinated by electricians, and what they do. I know it's weird, but just with like the circuits and because it's physics, there's like a lot of physics in it. And I remember doing circuits in physics.
I did not.
I know there's always something new. And it would be like me going to a trade school to be an electrician, but the only thing that I learned was like how not to get shocked. And then they give me a license. Okay, you can now you can go and take customers. And I'd be like, what the hell? I don't even know what to do.
Not getting shock's important, but what about the rest of it?
Yeah, how do I pull cable, wires? How do I switches? How do I install all this stuff? Have no idea.
Yeah.
And it's scary. I think it makes sense what you said about the only two of you went on because that promotes a high rate of failure. If you here's a license, but you literally have no clue and you got to figure out for yourself.
Yeah.
That's a recipe for failure.
And, fortunately I was able to find somewhere that was going to teach me. I believe the other girl had the same situation. The other ones probably didn't have that.
Yeah.
They didn't have a someone to help you out and ask questions, or maybe they just were too embarrassed to. I'm gonna make it. I have to ask questions. I'm gonna sit and watch. I'm gonna be a burden.
But you have to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even in this whole social media building that we've been doing the last 4 years, I was at times a burden on the company that we worked with.
Oh, sorry.
You're like, yes, you're a burden. That's it. I would text and email VaynerMedia, who was our partner on this journey. I mean, I didn't care. If I had a question, I'm hitting you up, and I don't care if I bug the S out of you.
Yeah. Worst thing they can say is no.
Yeah. And if you do, that's fine. I'll ask somebody else, but they never did. They were always like, no problem. We're going to help you and show you. And I think that's important. Like you said, finding video content is going to be there for you. Having a place where you can ask questions, in a nail tech, if you're able to find that, a salon, a place that's going to support you, help you grow. How huge is that?
Massive.
It's massive.
It's everything. It really is everything. Yeah. If you can find that. And that's why I always recommend get in a salon at first, maybe don't go booth rent right. Well, I went booth rent right away, but I had a salon that was willing to help, but maybe not go out by yourself in a suite yet. Maybe get that help and that experience. It's huge. Now, some people don't, and they're very successful, but again, they have to have huge motivation behind that.
Yeah, that part is big. That part is really, really big. I think in the end, just as long as you understand that, like, if you're someone that is like, I want to have this change in career and I want to get into nails and I'm going to go to school, and then when I get out of school, I'm going to be doing nails instantly. If the school is that good, you might be able to, but most, at least from our experience and knowledge, most schools unfortunately are not that. You're going to learn sanitation, disinfection. That's the real expectation. And you've got to go elsewhere for your information.
For the rest of it.
Yeah.
I was just watching a video the other day. I don't know why this reminded me, but it was a girl first day of school.
Okay.
And I think she actually was going
nail school.
I think she was doing both.
Okay.
So first day, she's like, yeah, they just told us that we'd be on the floor. Oh, it was a hair, because we'll be on the floor doing hair today. I think they're joking and just, as a joke, just stress us out. And then later on, it shows her doing something, combing through someone's hair. She's like, nope, they weren't joking. Like, same with nail techs. They put you on the floor for mani and pedis, like, immediately. It's a money thing for them.
Yeah, for the school.
Yeah, so that's another problem that you can have. But I guess you do learn manis and pedis. But I don't know why, random. But it just reminded me of, like, this poor girl.
Yeah.
She's like, I think they're joking and just trying to stress us out. Nope.
I mean, I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you're getting some experience, like you said, you're actually getting some experience doing hair or nails. And the thing is that the customers know, like, these are students.
Yeah.
Well, they don't tell them that?
No, they do.
Oh, okay.
They don't act like it.
Oh, the customers.
Oh, no, there's signs everywhere. All work done by students. And customers, man.
Still get pissed off. You know what? It's a great way to get that experience.
Yeah.
Like dealing with customers. That's gnarly, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that if that is a regular part of a school, I think it's a good way to kind of just get a feel for it. At least you're getting some experience, even though it's gnarly.
Yeah.
It's still a good thing. But overall, like, you're going to have to get real nail knowledge and experience. I mean, I always say, reach out to us. We're always here to help in any way, shape, or form. But you've got to be on that journey, getting from license to doing nails or starting to do actual nails. There is that gap, and it's up to you to fill that gap in, and hopefully you'll take some of these recommendations. Let us know in the comments below what your experience was with schools and what did they actually teach you. I'm curious to know if anybody's gone to a school where they've actually taught you nails. Would be nice to know. Thank you, Tracy, so much.
Thank you.
And also, guys, any other recommendations, put them in the comments below. If you want us to talk about something, we'd love to do it. And with that, say thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time.